语听力训练也是一种修行。接下来的练习，你只可以看到单词和短句的提示，你必须用自己的耳朵听明白整段话的意思。如果没有听懂，你可以反复多听几遍。下面我们开始吧。
Caffeine binds to the body's adenosine receptors, which can be found on the surface of nerve cells. It's like a key opening a lock. Adenosine is known to slow down the sympathetic nervous system. It reduces your heart rate and generates a state of drowsiness and relaxation. By blocking these receptors, caffeine generates the opposite effect. Your blood pressure, for example, may increase slightly, especially if you are not used to drinking coffee often. The same goes for brain activity. Caffeine stimulates the brain, suppresses hunger, and helps you stay in a state of alertness so you can concentrate for longer. Caffeine can have a positive impact on your mood, inhibit feelings of fatigue, and can improve physical performance. So, many athletes use it as a supplement. These effects can last between 15 minutes and 2 hours. Coffee also fueled the slave trade. The French used slaves from Africa on plantations in Haiti, and by the early 1800s, Brazil was producing a third of the world's coffee using African slaves. Did coffee give rise to capitalism too? Companies started giving away coffee to their workers and eventually let them have coffee breaks. This wasn't an altruistic move. They were trying to increase worker productivity. Fast forward to the present, and 2 billion cups of coffee are consumed every day. It's a $90 billion a year industry, and more than that, it is a fundamental social part of everyday life for billions of people.
Housing starts decreasing. What concerns are there for balancing housing demand and affordability?
Right. Yes, Marcia. Well, the concern is that while some gains have been made in some urban areas in Canada, overall, the number of new houses being built is on the decline. That was found by the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation, which also says that a continued slowdown could lead to even less availability when it comes to housing. Labor retention could be impacted as well as affordability. So what the CMHC did was it looked at housing starts in Canada's 7 largest urban areas in the first half of 2025. And it did find some gains in Calgary, Edmonton, Montreal, and Ottawa. But those gains were largely offset by declines in Vancouver, Halifax, and Toronto. In fact, Toronto is on pace for its lowest annual housing starts in the last 30 years. Not only that, but in high-price centers such as Toronto and Vancouver, housing remains unaffordable. Now, the CMHA does estimate that there will be some improvement, but it will be gradual, expecting some slight improvement by 2027. And for that, it cites the ongoing trade tensions, economic uncertainty, and declining population growth. It says that those are leading to some of the problems that we are seeing with housing starts right now.
Yeah, and we just talked about Barrie before we joined you. Cities across Canada are pushing to remove homeless encampments with home rental costs on the decline. How integral is affordable housing to get people off the streets, Renee?
Well, it is certainly a contributing factor, and you're right. Cities like Barrie calling for a state of emergency, Winnipeg now banning where homeless encampments can be. There's certain areas of the city now where Winnipeg wants to ban those encampments from setting up. Now, when it comes to affordable housing, the Mortgage and Housing Corporation defines that as costing less than 30% of a household's gross income before tax. Well, a survey just last month from rentals.ca found that more than a third of people are spending more than half of their income on rent. And so The federal government is looking at ways to try to solve this. Mark Carney has unveiled sort of Second World War style policies in order to increase the amount of housing starts to 500,000 or over 500,000 per year. But the opposition leader, Pierre Poilievre, is saying that that's not enough. He's calling for a host of other measures, including no federal sales tax on any new homes up to $1.3 million. Now, we do know that right now, Carney and his Liberal caucus are in Edmonton for meetings ahead of the resumption of Parliament, and the economy, affordability are on the agenda for things to talk about. And this all comes ahead of the budget, which we are expecting to come as early as next month. It's been a very long-awaited budget, so it will be interesting to see what kinds of solutions are in that budget when it comes to solving what has become a housing crisis.
Renee, thank you.
没有听明白的朋友可以反复多听几遍。如果有需要这一段英文文字的内容，可以在评论区留言。在点点滴滴中提升自己的英文听力。英语听力练习是一场修行。那么今天视频的内容就到这里了，我们下期见。